I'll welcome and hand over the session.
Yeah.
We are live now. You can start.
Dear shareholders, a very good morning to all of you. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to the 39th annual general meeting of your company, NCL Buildtek Limited. This meeting is being conducted through video conferencing in accordance with the circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and the applicable provisions of Companies Act 2013. The company has taken all necessary steps to ensure that the members are able to participate and vote electronically at today's AGM. Before I hand over the session to our chairman, I would like to draw your attention to a few important points. The company is availing the services of CDSL for remote e-voting as well as e-voting during the AGM. If you have not cast your vote already, you may do so during the course of this meeting through CDSL platform. The meeting was kept open for 30 minutes before the scheduled start time, that's 10 a.m., and it will be accessible up to 30 minutes after the commencement. So we have the requisite quorum present through video conferencing, and this participation is counted towards the quorum under Companies Act. Please note that the facility to appoint proxies is not available for this AGM. However, body corporates may attend and vote through their duly authorized representatives. The notice dated 8th August 2025, along with the annual report for financial year ended 31st March 2025, has been circulated electronically to all the members who have registered their email addresses to the company and the respective depository participants. Today we have 8 shareholders who have registered as speakers. They have been already given with individual logins, and we will invite them once the question and answer session begins. Members who have not registered can mail their queries to companysecretary@nclbuildtek.com. For the smooth conduct of meetings, all the members or the participants are kept in mute mode, and audio video will be enabled once the question and answer session begins. So please note, these proceedings will be recorded and the transcript will be uploaded on the website of the company in the due course as required under the law. So with these formalities completed, I now request our chairman, Mr. Kamlesh Gandhi, to address the members. So please.
Good morning, everybody. I welcome all the members to the 39th annual general meeting of this company, NCL Buildtek Limited. To begin with, I'd like to introduce the people who are present with us here in the boardroom, as also those who are joining on the VC. My name is Kamlesh Gandhi, and I'm the chairman of this company. The other directors who are present here, starting with Mr. K.V. Vishnu Raju, independent director. Next to him is Mr. P. Niranjan Reddy, independent director. Next to him is Mr. V.V.J. Raju, executive director. And next to him is Mrs. K. Pooja, executive director of the company. On my immediate left is Mr. Rupti Raju, who is the managing director, and I think all of you know him quite well by now. Next to him is Mr. K. Ravi, director of the company. On his left is Mr. K. Gautam, director of the company. And on his left is Mr. K. Satya Subram, executive director. Next to Mr. Subram is Mrs. B. Madhavi, chief financial officer. And on the extreme right of mine is Mr. M. Ravindra, general manager, secretary and legal. And next to him, who I think almost all of you know, is Mrs. B. Madhavi, Divya Bharti, present company secretary. Joining us through video conferencing is Mr. V. Anantrao, statutory auditors, Mr. A.J. Sharma, secretarial auditor, and Mrs. D. Somaya, scrutinizer. The notice convening this meeting has been emailed to all the members and has been published on the website well in time. I would consider this taken as read instead of going through the entire procedure of reading the notice. Statutory registers. The statutory registers of directors' shareholding, register of contracts, copies of audited financial statements, etc., are available on the website for inspection to the members. I have a short address to the shareholders, which is part of the protocol that one follows every year. I once again welcome all of you, my colleagues on the board and dear shareholders. Good morning to all. On behalf of the boards, I extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to the 39th annual general meeting of your company. We are pleased to once again have the opportunity to connect with all of you although virtually. I'm satisfied with all the efforts made by the company to enable members to participate and to vote on the items being considered at this meeting through electronic medium. I would also like to thank CDSL and the team in the secretarial, HR, and IT departments of the company for making these arrangements. Friends, the audited financial statements are already in your hands. I'm sure that some of you would have questions and suggestions. The able team of executives led by the managing director will address all of them in the course of this meeting. The financial year 24-25 was challenging and tested the resilience of this company. After several years of steady growth, we faced headwinds from a slowdown in housing sales, prolonged monsoons, liquidity pressures, and policy delays, particularly in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Even amidst these challenges, our diversified portfolio demonstrated resilience, with most product verticals showing stability or growth. Though CCGI and ASC blocks did face some pressure. Notably, we successfully commissioned our steel doors facility in Q4, achieved strong expansion in aluminum and tile adhesives, and the overall sustained healthy contribution margins of about 24% despite lower volumes. During 24-25, our revenues stood at about 470 crores, reflecting a 7% decline, mainly due to headwinds in AAC blocks and CCGI. Windows continue to be our largest contributor, as you would have seen from the annual report, accounting for half of the revenues, while aluminum and tile adhesives emerged as strong growth engines, recording 125% and 88% growth respectively. On the balance sheet front, total assets expanded by 11% and shareholders' funds grew by over 20%. Despite the challenges, our diversified portfolio and recent investments in aluminum, steel, doors, and tile adhesives gives us the confidence that we are well positioned for sustained growth in the years ahead. In recognition of overall performance, I am pleased to inform that the company is able to declare a total dividend of 40% for the year, including the interim dividend of 15%, which is really 1.5 rupees per share, already declared and paid by the board. This decision demonstrates our confidence in company's growth and commitment to delivering value to our shareholders. Looking ahead, we are commissioning new facility in Rajasthan for our coatings and tile adhesives division by quarter financial year 26 to further strengthening our presence in northern markets. Our focus remains on expanding capacity, driving product innovation, and enhancing operational efficiency to stay competitive in a fast-changing market. With your trust, we are confident of delivering responsible growth and sustained value in the years ahead. On this optimistic note, I once again extend a very warm welcome to this 39th annual general meeting of the company. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention. We move to the next stage. The auditor's report has been emailed to the company and published on the website of the company. May I suggest and request that the auditor read out the operative part of the auditor's report and take the full report as read. Sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning to all the shareholders, the chairman, and the board of directors of the company. I am Anantrao from the statutory auditors. I will read the operative part of the auditor's report. We have audited the company standalone Ind AS financial statements, which comprises of the balance sheet as at March 31st, 2025, the statement of profit and loss account, including other comprehensive income, statement of cash flows, and the statement of changes in equity for the year then ended, and notes to the standalone Ind AS financial statements, including a summary of the significant accounting policies and other explanatory information. In our opinion, and to the best of our information and according to the explanations given to us, the aforesaid standalone Ind AS financial statements give the information required by the Act in the manner so required and give a true and fair view in conformity with the accounting principles generally accepted in India, including the Ind AS. In the case of the balance sheet of 31st March 2025, B, in the case of the statement of profit and loss of the profit for the year then ended. C, in the case of cash flow statement of the cash flows of the company for the year. And D, in the case of statement of changes in equity, the changes in equity for the year then ended on that date. Okay, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Now,
Thank you, sir.
we have the next item that we'd like to move on to. We'd like to invite queries and suggestions from members, for which we have received a set of shareholders who wanted to speak at this meeting. However, that for the orderly conduct of the proceedings, the following procedure would be adopted. The company secretary will announce the name of the members who have conveyed their intention to speak. Each speaker would be permitted 3 minutes. Their mics would be muted on completion of the speech stroke allotted time. To give way for the next speaker, the managing director and his team would note down the suggestions and comments and respond at the end of all the queries which are raised. All right, Divya, can we take over from here, please?
Thank you, sir. With the framework explained by Chairman, sir, so now we'll begin this question and answer session. Now let's invite our first speaker of the day, Mr. Praful Chavda, to express his views. Praful Chavda. Mr. Praful Chavda.
Mr. Praful, can you please unmute yourself?
हेलो
Yes, we can hear you.
कैमरा चालू नहीं हो रहा है, सेटिंग में जाना पड़ता. चलो रहने दो. चेयरमैन बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स, चेयरमैन सर, मेरा नाम प्रफुल चावड़ा, मैं हैदराबाद से बोल रहा हूँ. कंपनी के हमारे चेयरमैन सर का स्पीच सुने और कंपनी का एजिम रिपोर्ट में हमने देखे कि कंपनी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट ने टाइम पे तो भिजाने के बाद भी हमने देखे कि पेज नंबर फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड पेज में इंडिया का मैप दिया है. अपने पूरा इंडिया में छा गए सो है, परंतु मैं देखा राजस्थान में अपना बिजनेस कम हो रहा है, मध्य प्रदेश में कम है, गुजरात में भी अपना एंट्री हो गया है, साउथ और नॉर्थ की साइड में अपना बिजनेस ज़्यादा चल रहा है. तो मैं एक बात जानना चाहता हूँ सर, मैंने भी अभी प्रोडक्ट सर्च अल्ट्राटेक बोल के, इसको स्पेलिंग मेरे को गलत दिखता है, तो क्या हैदराबाद में मिलता जुलते नाम से भी बिजनेस कोई कर रहे हैं क्या? इसके बारे में आपने हर एक दुकान में जाके चेक करना चाहिए. खास तौर में मैं अत्तापुर से जो प्रोडक्ट खरीदा हूँ, इसमें मैं ऊपर तो बॉक्स नहीं लेके आ सकता हूँ, बोले तो 21 के लीटर का कार्टून है पूरा, तो आप वो चेक करने की ज़रूरत है. मेरे ख्याल से इंडिया में डील जो कंपनी प्राइवेट कंपनी है, लिस्टिंग नहीं है, इसमें 16 यूनिट फर्स्ट टाइम में देखने को मिल रहा है कि अपने जहाँ समझ में आए वहाँ अपना यूनिट ओपन किया है. इसके लिए बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर धन्यवाद देता हूँ. पर सर लास्ट 3 ईयर से 2022-23 से बिजनेस थोड़ा कम हो गया है, तो इसके बारे में बताएंगे. धन्यवाद सर.
Thank you, sir. Host, please enable Mr. Shrikant Jawar. He's holding 22 shares. Shrikant Jawar.
हेलो सर, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है सर?
Yes, sir. Please proceed, sir.
थैंक यू मैडम. रेस्पेक्टेड चेयरमैन और बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर, नमस्कार. मेरा नाम श्रीकांत झवर, मैं हैदराबाद से बात कर रहा हूँ. सर, आपका चेयरमैन स्पीच बहुत अच्छा क्लियर पूरा बताया, मगर अपना कोई लिस्टिंग का प्रपोजल है क्या सर? उसके बारे में थोड़ा बताइए सर. और 1 मिनट.
चेयरमैन सर, मेरा नाम कमल किशोर है. बहुत पुराना इस एनसीएल ग्रुप में बहुत पुराना शेयर हूँ. ऑलरेडी मैं लॉगिंग हुआ है. यस्टरडे हेवी रेन आने से कुछ टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम आ रहा जा रहा, तो मैं इसी में बात कर रहा हूँ. ऑलरेडी मेरा स्पीकर रजिस्ट्रेशन है. मेरे पास टोटल 1300 के आसपास शेयर्स है और ऑलरेडी ई वोटिंग भी कर चुका हूँ. पर आपका डिविडेंड इंटरिम भी मिलता है, फाइनल में मिलता है, बहुत बड़ी खुशी की बात है. ये लिस्टिंग कब होगा साहब? नहीं तो एक काम करो, एक कारपेट में इतना लाखों में आप नुकसान कर रहे हैं. पूरा शेयर क्या बना, कुछ एक ऑफर डाल दो 500 रुपीज का, आप बाईबैक शेयर ले लो तो पूरा खर्चा बचेगा साहब। ये लिस्टिंग अभी तक नहीं हुआ तो मैं बोलता हूँ पूरे शेयर आप बाईबैक कर लो, आप पूरे शेयर आप सबके अच्छा रेट देके आपका पूरा एक्सपेंस बचेगा और आपको भी पूरा डिविडेंड देगा। और आपसे तो दीपावली की दशहरा और दीपावली की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। अगर ऐसा रहा तो फिर आप वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस देखिए और नहीं तो जल्दी फास्ट आप लिस्टिंग कराइए। लिस्टिंग व्हाट इज द रीजन लिस्टिंग क्यों नहीं हो रहा? अगर लिस्टिंग करे तो आपको बेनिफिट है, मार्केट कैप बढ़ेगा, नाम होगा। हमको ये भी न्यूज है एनसीएल आल्टेक का न्यूज होगा तो 2 साल के अंदर 1000 का रेट भी देखने को मिलेगा। आप क्यों लिस्टिंग नहीं करा रहे? कोई अच्छी स्मॉल कंपनी को टेक ओवर करके लिस्टेड कंपनी में मर्ज करिए, आप कोई रेशियो निकालिए। और सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का टीम बहुत अच्छा है, हमको टेम्पलेट बैलेंस शीट दिया, लिंक दिया, उनको भी सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट को धन्यवाद देता हूँ। और हमारे सीएफओ मैडम हम आपसे मिलना चाहते हैं, हम अभी तो हमको टाइम नहीं है, बाद में मिलेंगे। थैंक यू मैडम।
Thank you, sir. So, yeah, please enable Mr. Suresh Jain. He holds 224 shares.
हेलो, आवाज आ रहा है मैडम?
हाँ सर, आ रहा है सर, बात करिए।
आदरणीय चेयरमैन सर, उपस्थित सभी डायरेक्टरगण और शेयर होल्डर साथियों, सर मैं भी इस कंपनी का बहुत ही पुराना शेयर होल्डर हूँ और कम से कम मेरे फैमिली के अंदर 5 पोलियो है, सबके अंदर 200 के ऊपर ही शेयर है, तो शायद 1000 के ऊपर चले जाते। और सर जिस प्रकार सब जने लिस्टिंग का बोल रहे, मैं भी उसके बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ। और सर हकीकत में अगर लिस्टिंग कराए तो अपना शेयर कम से कम 3 फिगर या 4 फिगर में आ सकता है सर। और सर आपका हैदराबाद ही नहीं, पूरे शायद तेलंगाना भी नहीं, पूरे इंडिया के अंदर इस कंपनी का नाम है। और सर आपने कड़ी मेहनत लगन से कम कार्य कर रहे हैं, खाली लिस्टिंग का ही प्रॉब्लम है सर। अगर लिस्टिंग करा लिए तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। और सर मैं क्या बोलूं, इस कंपनी का पुराना शेयर होल्डर है, आप हमें जानते हैं, हम आपको जानते हैं। और जिस प्रकार कमल किशोर जी बोले कि मैडम से मिलना चाहते, हकीकत साहब हम 2-3 बार आए थे, मैडम से मिल नहीं चुके, वो मीटिंग के अंदर थे। और सर पहले 1-2 तारीख तक हमारे को ज्यादा मीटिंग होने के कारण आपसे नहीं मिल सकते। उसके बाद में अगर आप हमें टाइम दिए तो मैं और कमल किशोर जी आपसे मिलना चाह रहे और कंपनी की थोड़ी बहुत और जानकारी लेना चाह रहे। और आपने जो बोलने का शुभ अवसर दिया उसके लिए मैं धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं अपने विचारों को विराम देता हूँ और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. Host, please enable audio and video of Mr. Lingam Ratnakumar. He is holding 898 shares. Mr. Lingam Ratnakumar.
Person with the said name is not connected in the meeting.
Okay, then we'll move to the next speaker. Ms. Satya Usharani Chitturi. She is holding 1950 shares, 1950 shares.
Not said person is not connected in the meeting.
Then we'll move on to the next shareholder, Mr. Venkat Krishna Rao Chitturi, DPID IN 300214, client ID 56358526, holding 5,900 shares. So we wish to clarify that due to an error by Gen Securities Limited on 4th July 2024, an additional shares of 26,550 shares were incorrectly credited into the demat account of Mr. Chitturi Krishna Rao. So showing a total of 32,450 shares, and this matter is before the SEBI and NSDL, who has the jurisdiction over this erroneous transaction. So please check whether he has connected, Mr. Venkat Krishna Rao Chitturi.
No, ma'am, not connected in the meeting.
Okay, so we'll move on to the next speaker, Mr. Yogesh Rasiklal Doshi, DPID IN 300450, client ID 1106690, holding 1,33,569 shares. If he has connected through attendees, please just allow him to.
No, he's not connected in the meeting.
Okay.
Mr. Yogesh is also not connected.
Any name with the name of Doshi? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
So that's it. So we have only these speakers. 4 of them have not connected.
Speak at this stage. Okay. Fair enough. Now, we have the management here. What I see is made life easier for the managing director. Thank you for that, because all the 4 or 5 speakers who said have one common thread, listing. They haven't asked for anything more than that, etc. But I'm also touched by some of your shareholders saying that if you list, your shares will quote in 3 digits. Now, the 3 digits is up to 999. They're also saying up to 4 digits. Now, 4 digits could be 9,999. Where is your arrow? I really don't know. But I think the manager and his team would answer your specific question, because I've seen that the common thread is about listing, and I'm sure he has some news for you on that.
All right, thanks, Chairman, sir. Thank you, members, for attending the meeting. So I'll just go through the questions. Mr. Gandhi mentioned, the common thread around this is a listing. So I'll just provide some background and where we are with that. So as some of the members know, prior to COVID, we had attempted an IPO, keeping the capital investments that we had planned with our Nellore plant and some of the activities. Obviously, because of COVID, that effort did not go far, and we had to cancel the effort. Currently, where we are, as the members know, we have received an influx of about 50 crores post-tax from the sale of our shares in Wake Up. So from a listing, from an IPO perspective, there's really no need for the organization to raise funds at this point. The steel doors plant that we've looked at, that we've invested in, was funded through internal accruals. The expansion efforts that we're taking in Rajasthan is being funded through internal accruals. And our focus right now is to get the return on these capital investments, and there are no major capital investments for us to pursue this effort, pursue an IPO. So having said that, we are looking at a direct listing option either on the main boards or on the SME boards. So we've had some discussions around those lines, and we've also had some discussions with the managing director of the BSC SME, where an option for direct listing is not available. So if we go to the SME boards, we will have to raise some funds. I've had an investor call last week, and over the last 10 days, I've had some meetings with some of the merchant bankers to pursue. Essentially, this is an information gathering session to understand what the pros and cons of each option are, basically listing going for an IPO on the main boards or on the SMEs. And once the discussions happen with these merchant bankers, we will be able to, the board and management will be able to take a call on the right way forward. So that in essence is where we stand with regard to the listing. So I'll go through some of the questions. So with regard to Mr. Chandra, who mentioned that there are copycats and the NCL Buildtek name being used by a lot of other people. Yes, we are aware of that. We see that in the markets like you see Mr. Chandra. And as we become aware, as our salespeople see that in the market, or as our executives when they travel the market, when they see that, we do initiate legal action. We send out legal notices to these entities. We do initiate legal action. With regard to the 2024 and the 2025 business being down, I think 2025, like I mentioned in my opening note, and also like Mr. Gandhi had mentioned, there are multiple headwinds that the business faced, and essentially the entire industry faced. Even if you look at the housing launches and the new sales in the primary markets that we operate in AP and Telangana, because in AP and Telangana, both the governments have changed. So some of the initiatives taken by the previous governments have been cancelled. And also due to liquidity issues in Telangana, there has been a slowdown in the business. But like Mr. Gandhi mentioned, one thing I'm happy to note is that our UPVC business, aluminium, steel doors is definitely going, tile adhesives, coatings, they have fared very well. The two areas that we've taken ahead are on the AAC blocks and the CCGA business. CCGA business primarily because the industry is migrating out of steel doors and mostly into UPVC, as UPVC is becoming more affordable. The AAC blocks business, with the pickup of activity in Andhra Pradesh and in Telangana, primarily Andhra Pradesh, because both are manufacturing facilities in Andhra Pradesh, we expect that business to stabilize this year. Yeah, you're welcome to meet Ms. Marvi, the CFO. but we'll be happy to meet with you. I think those were the questions
That's it.
that have been posed. Yes. Thank you very much.
This queries are satisfactorily answered. May I request the company secretary to explain the voting procedure and to explain about e-voting, scrutinizer and publication of voting results. Could you clarify the shareholders, please?
The shareholders, as mentioned earlier, the shareholders who have not cast their vote electronically are attending the meeting can still vote during this AGM, and after 30 minutes, the voting window will be open up to 30 minutes after this conclusion of this meeting. Following the closure of e-voting, the scrutinizer will review and submit her consolidated report. The results on each resolution will then be published on the company website within 3 days. With that, I'll proceed to read out the agenda items of business placed before the shareholders for approval. A total of 9 resolutions are proposed for your consideration and approval. First, the ordinary business to consider standalone and consolidated audited financial statements for the financial year 31st March 2025 and the reports of auditors and directors thereon. So, to declare the dividend for the financial year ended 31st March, which include final dividend and interim dividend. To appoint a director in place of Mr. Kalidindi Ravi, who retires by rotation and is eligible for reappointment. Item number 4, to appoint a director in the place of Mr. Kalidindi Gautam, who retires by rotation and is eligible for the reappointment. Coming to special business, item number 5, reappointment of Mr. D. Niranjan Reddy as an independent director for the second term of 5 years. Item number 6, reappointment of Mr. Subaraju Bhupati Raju as managing director of the company. Item number 7, reappointment of Mr. K. Kapula Satya Subram as executive director of the company. Item number 8, revision of remuneration to Mr. Venkata Jagannath Raju Vatsavai, the executive director of the company. Item number 9, remuneration, ratification of remuneration to cost auditors. So these are the agenda items for today's AGM. So we are pleased to invite further queries from shareholders attending the meeting who are not registered as speakers. Please send out your questions via email to company secretary, and it will be answered accordingly. So now we are done with it. Formally, can I propose? With your permission, can I propose vote of thanks?
Yes, please go ahead.
Shareholders, this brings us to the conclusion of today's meeting. I would like to propose a formal vote of thanks on behalf of the Board of Directors and the management of NCL Buildtek Limited. I extend sincere gratitude to all the shareholders for joining us and for your continuous trust and support in the company. Your active participation is greatly valued. We also take this opportunity to thank all the stakeholders of the company for their consistent encouragement and contributions to the company's progress. A special word of appreciation goes to the Buildtek team and my professional colleagues for their dedication and efforts in ensuring the smooth conduct of this annual general meeting. Thank you once again. We look forward for your continued support in the continuous years ahead. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Divya. Now, the results of the voting would be displayed on the company's website upon receipt of the speaker's report, which should not take more than a couple of days.
Yes.
With this, thank you very much for being a part of this meeting, and I declare the meeting is closed now. Today.
As the meeting is concluded, can we end the meeting now?
Yes, sir. Please.
Thank you.